Zhili is the president of the All China Women's Federation, one of the top-ranking women in the Chinese government, and witness to the major changes in women's status since the Communist Revolution. Among the first laws passed by Chairman Mao's government were statutes banning foot binding, bride selling, dowries, polygamy, and concubines. Women were invited to leave the home and join the labor force. Mao spoke those famous words, "Women hold up half the sky." If the statistics are any indication, communism has been good for women.
The negative impact of population growth on all of our planetary ecosystems is becoming appallingly evident.
A society which practices death control must, at the same time, practice birth control.
In fact, governments and private organizations all over the world have begun to work with the medical profession toward effective and acceptable family planning.
The Rockefeller-funded family planning machine was widely kicked off in the 1960s and 70s. If you have the misfortune of being born after 1970, you have effectively been put under the spell of this new educational system dripping into every segment of public life.
China is now conducting an intensive family planning campaign. The government encourages late marriages and small families. Ideally, women should be 25 and men 28 years old before marrying. A tremendous baby boom has resulted from the relative prosperity of the last quarter century, during which China's population increased by 60%. In China, family planning is not only a personal matter, but a national concern. Messages are broadcast over radio and the ever-present loudspeaker. The advantage of having small families and limiting population growth are explained in terms of promoting better health and improving living standards for all. Parents should have only 2 children, with a recommended spacing of 4 years. Propaganda work is necessary to counteract the pressures from grandparents to have more children, male babies in particular. It is hoped that someday, health services will be entirely government funded. Free medical care for factory workers and 50% coverage for their dependents was made available in the early 1950s. As part of their basic medical program, barefoot doctors study gynecology and obstetrics. They will play an active role in China's family planning campaign. One of the most important aspects of China's family planning campaign is providing jobs for women. Women comprise 80% of the employees at this lock factory. The factory's barefoot doctors keep track of the women's menstrual cycles and deliver birth control pills at the proper time. Women lathe operators work in small rural factories organized to aid the commune in becoming self-reliant. Although the midwives and barefoot doctors play a crucial role in China's family planning campaign, the availability of jobs for women is one of the most important reasons for its success. By keeping population growth in line with the ability to provide medical services, family planning will be a major factor in the future of health care in the countryside. Despite the success of the family planning campaign, over 15 million babies are born in China every year. A barefoot doctor specializing in midwifery assists in childbirth as well as prenatal and perinatal care. This midwife is visiting a young peasant mother a week after the birth of her first child. All contraceptives are provided free of charge, with the exception of the condom, which costs a ½ cent apiece. Although they are sold in stores, condoms, like other contraceptives, are available to married couples only. This midwife keeps records for every family in the brigade, indicating which method of contraception is being used. Here, she explains a record book for IUD insertions. Vasectomies and tubal ligations are encouraged for parents who have completed their families. Specific birth control information is not available to unmarried people, but the pros and cons of various methods are discussed in a small family planning booklet that newlywed couples receive as a gift from the state.